Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jeremy Alexander Newsom. So you might know that the market's made an all-time high recently. So, it's ridiculous, I know. The bet that I did was I would do a half a beard if the SPY made a new all-time high before the end of January. Now, of course, you guys all know I've been mentioning that the SPY, the markets, the Dow, everything was going to go higher, is going to go higher, will continue to do so, and it did. So, no big deal. Lost the wager. All is good. A lot of good traders. A lot of people making a lot of money on it. So, let's hop into the charts, check it out, rock it out. I'm pumped. You guys rock. Hey traders from around the world. All right, so we got the intro already out the way. Let's look at the market. Good flipping grief. We are bullish, and I am loving this. Kind of, sort of. My beard's not loving this, but I am. A lot of traders making some good money on the SPY. This is great. Hopefully, for your retirement accounts, make sure to check those IRAs, 401ks, if you got any mutual funds. They better be making you money, and if they're not, you better start looking into some alternate choices for investment accounts. So anyway, the SPY, I do have a Q1 or Q2, probably Q2, target of 233.72 on the SPY. A lot of traders in some put sales. Dean, Stan got some. I've got some. The SPY breaking out today very, very nicely. So for my weekly option newsletter traders, we set that up yesterday being Tuesday, of course. Very bullish gap. I set the trade up buying some calls on the pullback, and we missed that by about 6 cents from getting filled. 6 American pennies. So it didn't get filled on Tuesday. We're gapping up today. If you do have that weekly options newsletter, and I will be updating that as of later today, you can go ahead and cancel that trade, and I'll be posting, either I'll be posting one on next week on Tuesday, but there's a chance that I'll be snagging one before then as well. Here's the wager that I posted back on the 13th of January. So I'm glad we made all-time highs today. Really, I am pretty pumped about it. I figured it could wait maybe another week or so. But this is a very, very strong bullish gap on SPY. It is a retest gap, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, there's going to be a lot of people hopping on bullish. Look for some pullbacks on the hourly, but we could easily continue higher from here. We traded sideways. We've rested. Market looks gangbusters today. A lot of crazy stuff going on. Looking and feeling good. One shout out I gotta give quickly is on Tesla to my good buddy Justin Jeffries. So this is a wager that I do not think I'm going to lose on. At least I hopefully don't. So Tesla, on the daily chart, you'll notice just a flawless double bottom down here. Very, very beautiful. And here's your one white soldier to start it off with your morning star reversal on 181.75. My boy Justin Jeffries up in Boston got himself some 260. Well, no, I'm sorry. He got some March calls, and 260 was his target. He did exit today on Tesla. Very, very strong move. Beautiful bounce out of here off the 200 when it pulled back, and you got this high wave, bullish new white soldier right here. That was on the 3rd of January. That's when I said, okay, guys, this is it. It's going. Get in if it makes a higher high. Get in bullish. That's why I did the wager. So Tesla just rocking, crushing it, doing some good stuff. February, put sales, stands gap at 200 for next week. So what now on Tesla? Well, you got a lot of bullish candles in a row. You're pulling into some resistance now. So if you would want, and you've been keeping an eye on what the heck to do with Tesla, just take a screenshot of the last 2 or 3 times that it made these really strong bullish moves off of this 181.75 area. And we're probably right about here in the grand scheme of things on these waves. So yeah, probably get a little bit of a pullback next week or the week after. Maybe one little move higher. That's my guess. And then up in here, I really have no idea. Earnings will be coming up. Who knows on Tesla. Apple, ladies and gentlemen, some traders making some crazy money today on Apple. So here's Apple on the daily chart. I'm just excited, sorry. So I mentioned yesterday if Apple, so yesterday was Tech Giant Tuesday, I'm looking for Apple to fade the gap on earnings. Meaning if it gaps up, it probably will trade down. And if it gaps down, it probably will trade up. Just depending on how high it has, of course. Back on the 17th of January, which is this day right here, big white candle. I mentioned at this point, the toughest question on Apple is how long to buy options. So it was absolutely unequivocally bullish from that point on. That was the retest. Today is the breakout. Again, another breakout. I mentioned about 2 weeks ago that this is the confirmed breakout right here. In fact, that candle right there. And today, let's just let it pull back, let it rest by the dip. And on Apple, I mean, it bounced off the 10 more times than I bounced off of a trampoline when I was 5 years old. Great little bounces here off the 10, there. So Apple likely continuing higher. Really the strong target's up here at 130. Earnings right around the corner. Would not be surprised to see Apple into the 130 territory about 2 months from now at all. Would not shock me, even the slightest shock. All right, Baba. Shout outs to those making money on Baba. So BABA. Baba doing great. So this limit buy was after the gap up. So here's pretty much what I got on Baba. Very simple trade setup, and I mentioned, you guys remember, I drew that green box. I said, hey guys, if it gaps up, I mean, this is classic. White candle gapping up, retest gap. There's the retest. Here's the 15-minute chart on Baba, and you'll notice, look at this. On the retest, a lot of traders go, hey Jeremy, when do I get in on a retest? How about on a beautiful double bottom like that on the 15-minute chart? That's it right there. That's where you get in. Bullish. So shout outs to Mark, shout outs to Joe, shout outs to Lad. Lad locking in almost 4 R's on Baba. Baba slowly cruising up. Shout outs to my buddy Adam Faragali, who's crushing Baba. Looks good. 2017 target's 117. Flawless retest gap by the dips on Baba. Short-term target's going to be about 109-ish and some change, and it'll be interesting to see exactly how that plays out on Baba. Of course, looked at the SPY. Here's the IWM. IWM up 1%. It is a retest gap. Beautiful bull put spreads on IWM. Some traders in a condor on IWM. That one's rocking and rolling. Let me see. Let me pull up this list over here. Give me 7 seconds. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, so some other stocks that were requested. Let's go look at Baidu. Baidu, trading sideways, really not doing all that much right now. Here's your weekly chart, and the reason it's not doing a whole heck of a lot is because it is in a triangle pattern. Now, for those looking to play Baidu, keep your eyes on the prize. It might take another month or so, but the breakout is coming on Baidu. Don't miss it when it does. This is a double bottom. This is the close above the neckline, and this is the retest. So on Baba, the question is not where, but when, and what type of breakout. Is it going to be bullish, or is it going to be a bearish breakout? Bearish breakout would probably be a strong gap down here on earnings. If it gap down too far, I'll be looking to buy the dip. Really, if you want to know what I think is going to happen on Baidu, hop over here to Amazon, and Amazon's just a smaller version of that. So notice this triangle on Amazon that a lot of us did play successfully bullish. Very well done. Actually, Amazon hit my target today. Remember, this is actually, we did this one in the free week. Talking about Amazon, the open house. I said, hey guys, Amazon's bullish, get in. Boom, beautiful rotation into the target, into the all-time high. Earnings right around the corner. Nargis in the bull put spread expiring this week is looking good. So kind of taking a consideration on Amazon, on Baba. You'll probably get maybe some kind of bearish breakdown. A lot of bears hop on Baidu. So let's go back over to Baidu really quick. So here's Baidu. A lot of bears hop on, so maybe earnings, right? Maybe we gap down to here, shows a little bit bearish, and then it trades up the rest of the day. So a lot of bears get in on that day, and they get trapped, and then you get some bullish gaps and some good bullish candles with some good bullish volume. That would probably be what I'm looking to see on Baidu. But big triangle, absolutely watch it. Let's keep this one on our eyes. Keep this one on our eyes. I don't even know what that means. OLED, another stock that some traders are looking at. This one also, check it out, another triangle pattern. This is cool. So a big triangle on OLED. The breakout really was 2 or 3 days ago. Here's your resistance, and if you're not in, you have 4 white candles in a row with very, very good volume. I would say this is a confirmed breakout. Just look to buy the dip on OLED. Speaking of, we're about to look at this trade in about 1 hour and 8 minutes. LNG, here's another huge triangle breakout in the energy sector. I love the stock long term. The last time we absolutely crushed LNG together on a triangle breakout was actually back here in 2013. What a powerful move that was on LNG. So great breakout right there on LNG. A little bit of a pullback, or let's look for a pullback if you're not already in, but a lot of my traders from Energy Wednesdays are in because it's an amazing setup. We've been looking at that one for like a month or so. Good volume, good gap, good candles. If it does pull back, it looks bullish on LNG. Here's NAK. A lot of traders been asking about this one a lot recently. NAK, Northern Dynasty Materials. I would agree that this is one to keep your eyes on. Here's the weekly chart. It was very, very inexpensive not too long ago. And here's the interesting thing. We have a support level about here, which we're running into now. And you have a price level about here, and then a price level here. So you got these three prices. Wave count, volume, candles, everything I see is a 1, 2, 3. From here, wait for that wave 4. Buy the dip into a wave 5. Target would probably be around 524, something, maybe $5, somewhere around that general area. That's pretty much how I'm looking to play NAK. So there are some traders in there with some put sales, shares. If you're in it right now, if I hop in here to the daily chart, kind of sell into strength, because that's what a lot of people have been doing. You had really the kind of biggest bullish volume yesterday of all the days. And that's when it started hitting the news channels. Other analysts out there in the world talk about buying it right there. That's exhaustion volume, in my opinion, on a wave 3. Plus, it was a retest gap anyway, and the fact that it retested today is just shocking, right? So, look for NAK to dip, buy the dip when it does, and so far, it looks pretty nice. Last but not least on the list for today is GILD. GILD, you were so good to me. This one did very similar to what we talked about only days ago on Gilead Sciences. Here's pretty much what I mentioned. I think when I was right about here. I said, hey guys, we're in a support, and we said we're at a support, we're trading lower, we have a bunch of bearish candles in a row. If you want to rewind the tapes and kind of go back, I think probably a week or two ago on GILD, in the stock review that I do post for free 3 times a week, I was like, all right guys, here's what likely is going to happen. It's a perfect channel. We're probably going to break a low. The reason we're going to break a low is because it's going to trap all the traders who are trying to get in overly zealously bullish, number one. And number two, the traders who are just total noobs are going to get in bearish right there after all of these bearish candles. So look for a trapping gap on the hourly chart. Today was it. Very nice bullish gap on the daily chart, and also here on the hourly. If I turn the extended hours off, you'll see bearish candle on the hourly, nice gap up today. So this one's not necessarily done. Feel free to watch it. One white soldier with volume. Could it just simply be a retest, and could GILD roll over? Yes. Or could it trade sideways for 2 or 3 days and then continue higher? That's the part that I never know. But the part that I do know is how I can control myself. And that's what we need to do in trading. We can never control the stock market. We can only control ourselves. So from here, you lose small, you win big, you follow your plan, you say what you're going to do, and then you do what you say. That's a powerful takeaway in trading and in life. It's called discipline. Doing the things that you don't want to do, you don't feel like doing it, but you need to. It's important. Success is achieved by the few small steps we take every single day. This is just another one of those times. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this Wednesday real life stock review. Feeling good in the markets out there. Looking for a little bit of a pullback at some next trading session, which is tomorrow and Friday. I'll be back Friday. And yeah, until then, you guys rock. Love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.